how are you doing? You are about to watch my second video of this new series where I am taking you behind the scenes as I build a new social messaging platform that puts privacy first using Golang as programming language for the backend. If you are new here, my name is Josue and I am a full-stack software engineer based in Mexico. In the last video, I shared with you the core features of the platform and the tech stack I am using to develop it. I call this app Moon, and guess what? Recently, I made huge progress setting up a complete CI/CD pipeline to deploy the backend to AWS. Alright, let me explain what a CI/CD pipeline is in a simple way without buzzwords. A CI/CD pipeline is basically an automated system that takes code from my computer, checks it, tests it, and then delivers it to users. Simple. I like to think of it as an assembly line in a factory, where each step has one job and everything moves automatically from one step to the next. CI means continuous integration. Every time I push code, the system automatically checks if the code is clean and not broken. CD means continuous deployment. If everything looks good, the code gets deployed so users can actually use it. Now let me walk you through how my pipeline works step by step. The first thing that happens is linting. This step checks if the code follows good coding rules. Things like formatting, naming, and basic best practices. I like to compare this to spell check in Word. Your document might still make sense, but spell check catches small mistakes before they become real problems. So why do I do this first? Because it's fast. If something is wrong here, I find out in seconds, not after running heavy tests. It also keeps code clean and consistent, especially when multiple developers are involved. And remember, this project is open source. All developers can participate, even you. So the next step is testing. Here, the pipeline runs automated tests to make sure the app actually works. I spin up a temporary database and cache just for testing, and I check that everything communicates properly. Think of it like this: you wouldn't build a car and skip testing the brakes. It would be very dangerous, no? Testing helps me catch bugs before users ever see them. If tests failed, the pipeline stops immediately. No deployment, no surprises. After test pass, I move to the build stage. This is where the code gets compiled into a ready-to-run application. These steps prove that the application can be built without missing files, broken dependencies, or incompatible code. If something is wrong here, I'd rather catch it now than during the production deployment, because fixing it later is way more painful. Next comes security scan. Here, the pipeline scans the code for non-vulnerabilities. So hackers are always looking for weak points. So I let automated tools do this check every single time. I see this step like a security guard checking every single package before it enters a building. It's automatic, consistent, and it never forgets. Now let me talk about environment, because this part is very important. First, we have staging environment. Staging is basically a copy of production. Same setup, same services, but no real users. I use staging to test new features in a realistic environment. It's like practicing a presentation before going on stage. If something breaks, only the team sees it. Whenever I merge code into the develop branch, it automatically deploys to staging. No manual work here. Then come production environment. Production is the real deal. This is what users interact with. Because real users are involved, I protect this environment. Before anything goes live, there is a manual approval step. This is my final checkpoint. I review the changes, make sure everything is ready, and then approve the deployment. It's my last line of defense against mistakes. Here is the full flow. I push code, pipeline runs checks, tests, build, and security scan. Merge to develop, automatic deployment to staging, then create a release, wait for approval. I approve, then deploy to production. Simple, fast feedback for developers, but control deployment for users. Remember, I told you I am deploying the backend to AWS. So why did I choose AWS? I chose AWS mainly for reliability and simplicity. There are very useful features like Amazon ACS with Fargate. This runs my app inside containers without managing the servers. I don't worry about operating systems, updates, or hardware. AWS handles scaling automatically, and then I only pay when the app is running. That's a good advantage, right? Then they have Amazon ACR. This is where I store my application images. Every build is saved as a snapshot. If something goes wrong, I can instantly roll back to a previous version. It's like save prints in a video game. They have also AWS Secrets Manager. I never stored passwords in code, ever. Secrets Manager securely stores things like API keys and database credentials. Everything is encrypted and only authorized services can access them. Even if someone sees my code, they won't see my secrets. Then I use GitHub Action. I use GitHub Action for automation for those main reasons. It's already where my code lives. The workflow files are easy to read. It's free for most projects. For example, this one. There is a massive community with ready-to-use action. So, no extra tool, no extra complexity. I could use Jenkins, but that will be a lot of work and that would cost money, right? GitHub Action sounds a reasonable choice for me. And then for branching strategy, I use a very simple but effective branching strategy. I have a develop branch where new features come together, and then a main branch which is stable and production ready. New features get their own feature branches. When they are ready, they merge into the develop, get tested in staging, and then only later go to production. This lets me move fast without breaking things. So here is the key principle behind this pipeline. Everything here follows a few core ideas. Fail fast, quick checks first, reproducibility, same process every time, traceability, every deployment is linked to a specific version, security by default, no secret in code, rollback ready, every version is saved. So in short, my pipeline automatically checks every code change, tests it, scans it for security issues, and then deploys it safely. Staging let me verify things without risk. Production requires approval to protect users. Everything is automated, secure, and traceable. What to remember in my pipeline: whenever I push code, robot check it, test it, and deploy it automatically, but with human control where it matters. My next move now is to work on the mobile app. Yes, we are almost there, and I will be using React Native for that purpose, so that with the same code base, we can have an app that can be ready for iPhone and Android. This project is open source and you can watch it or contribute in GitHub. I will let the repo in the description of this video. I have a question for you. What do you think about this project? I am building it so that I can improve my skills as a software engineer, mainly in this amazing programming language, which is Go. You can let your comment, your suggestions in the comment section below, and I will take time to review them. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.